Um, interest. I would say definitely your interests have got to be kids. I'd say good hobbies to have would be like if you are like artistic somewhat, that would help quite a bit. I mean, you don't have to be, but it would help. It would definitely help if you like to read. I can't think of anything more. Probably, I would say there's probably two challenging parts, and that would be being able to deal with the challenging children that we have as a result of their declining home lives, and also all the things that we have to do that come down from the state that maybe we don't necessarily agree with, or that aren't necessarily best for children, but that we have to do because they're mandated. Okay. With the children and watching them learn to see how much they change from when they start the year until they leave me. They're completely different kids. How much they've grown up and become confident, and just all the different things they're able to do. They can read, they can write a sentence, they can, they've become very independent, and they start out very dependent. Just about anything. Well, since we're self-contained, I mean, we spend the majority of our morning is all language arts. And then our afternoon is math. We spend about an hour in math in the afternoon, which we had just finished when you got here. And then all morning long, then we do language arts. So that would be reading and writing and phonics, everything that goes along with that. Mm-hmm. Definitely. Because I can't imagine myself doing anything else. I knew when I was little that I wanted to be a teacher, and I never really thought about doing anything else. And even now, as I get, later in my career, I can't imagine there's anything else I'd want to do. Patience. I don't know if that's necessarily a skill, but definitely have to have it. Patience, organization, willingness to work all the time. This isn't a job that you can just do in your contracted hours. Mm-hmm. You have to take up a lot of your time at home or beyond the classroom hours. It definitely helps to have computer skills, and you definitely have to have people skills, communication. I have a 4-year degree, and then I have my master's degree, and then I have master's plus 15. Just 15 hours is what that means. Went to Miami for my undergraduate, and then I got my master's from Wright State. Yes, there is, if you're willing to pursue a career in administration, but you have to take the schooling to do that, and that's not an interest of mine, so it depends on the year. So, I mean, being a elementary teacher, I think your options are better than if you would say you want to be an art teacher, or if you want to teach, biology or something like that. At least you have a broader range of things you can do. Being a kindergarten teacher, that's kind of nice because there's not too many people that are willing to do that. So, and you have to have special certification, or you used to. I guess you don't anymore. That comes with the certification now, the early ed. I would probably, after I finished my master's, I would have kept going, kept working and getting hours, so I have my master's plus 30 by now, which is what we can top out on the pay scale. So it's just hard now to go back. I don't want to go back. I don't know. I have no idea. Well, obviously, we supposedly get our summers off, although you spend a lot of time still doing schoolwork. But yeah, you do have your summers off. The insurance benefits are probably better than most professions. And we really don't get vacation other than summer, obviously. It's just part of who I am. So yeah, I think I don't know, you can't take teaching out of your head, so I think it affects whatever you do. You know, like how I think about my own children and what they do and how they handle themselves, and, you know, how even with friends, they ask you for advice, my kid's doing this, what should I do? I just think it just comes into play all the time. It's just a part of who you are. Get in a classroom as soon as you can and make sure that that's what you want. Because you can go to college for 4 years, but you will learn more in your first year of teaching than you will any other time when you're actually in the classroom doing teaching.